This is Season 8, Episode 158 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Sometimes the important thing is not the number of miles you've driven, but what's going on inside your head while driving. The Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast will stimulate your mind and keep you company while on the road. Join us for education, motivation, and inspiration from wherever you may be in our nation. You'll hear roundtable discussions about important information that's impacting our industry. Plus, you'll learn more about new technology, equipment, driving opportunities, safety, and operations. Get driver success and fitness tips to keep you profitable, safe, healthy, as well as entertaining stories from the road. And don't you know, we've all got a few of those. We might be traveling in different directions, but we're all part of one driver community at the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. With your host, trucker Tim Cicerelli.
Hey, good morning.
Hello, friends, and welcome in to episode 158 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. Tim Cicerelli here, otherwise known as your friend Trucker Tim. Thanks so much for joining me today. You know, we are about a week away from Driver Appreciation Week, and more on that coming up in just a minute. But first, we are sounding the alarm on a growing problem, cargo theft. With incidents up 27% last year, I'm going to share some key facts and some safety measures that every driver needs to know to protect yourself and your freight. You'll also hear some audio from a video you can find on our Stevens Transport YouTube channel. We'll be talking to one of our drivers who recently completed another lease in his 15-year career with Stevens Transport. We'll tell you how team driving can boost your miles, safety, and your paycheck coming up. You know, September is here and we have a new news bulletin. We'll talk about some new awards we've received at Stevens Transport. We'll talk about transition trucking, which begins shortly. And of course, Driver Appreciation Week. And speaking of that, just a week away, time now to chat with Driver Relations Manager. You know her, you love her. She's Lorie Jensen, and she'll talk about the games, the prizes, the cookouts, the karaoke, and most importantly, how we're going to celebrate you, our drivers, next week, right now, on our Stevens Roundtable. Well, we're getting close to Driver Appreciation Week, a way to show you, our drivers, how much we appreciate you, not just at Stevens Transport, but industry-wide as well, too. And boy, Stevens certainly knows how to throw a party, and I've been blessed to be a part of Driver Appreciation Week, I think for the last 4 years or so. This might be my 5th year coming up as we embark upon Season 8 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. One of my favorite people to see every time I make it on the yard, and now we're looking at each other through a webcam as we record the podcast remotely, is Lorie. Lorie, great to have you back, and thank you so much for everything you've always done to help me when I'm there on the yard, to bring drivers in, to get them on this podcast, and you have such a wonderful relationship with our drivers. So for those that might be new to the podcast, and we have people coming in all the time, Lorie, just tell us what you do at Stevens Transport, and then we'll talk a little bit about Driver Appreciation Week.
I am the Driver Relations Manager here at Stevens Transport. My job is to make sure if drivers have any issues, any problems that they haven't been able to get fixed, whether it be pay, how their loads are, getting home, all types of different issues that they are not able to resolve with operations or with our accounting department, then that's where I come in. And I come in and get things fixed for drivers.
How about that? You're the problem solver.
Problem solver every day. Every day.
I mean, and that is something, we have all of these drivers all across the country that all might need to get home or whatever it could be from time to time, right? Based upon emergencies. I know you've done that in the past as well.
Oh, absolutely. Drivers have emergencies, whether they're home emergencies, whether the driver has a medical emergency and I need to get their family to them, whether I need to get the driver home to someone in their family that needs them home. Just depends on all types of different things, but it's basically drop everything and get that driver where they need to be.
Lorie, and we'll put this information in the episode notes, but how can one of our drivers get in touch with you if they need you? I know they've got their driver manager, obviously, that they're talking to when they're out there on the road too, but if they need Lorie Jensen, how do they get in touch with you directly?
Well, my extension is 1334, which is very easy. They can email me. It's lorie.jensen@stevenstransport.com. I also watch my emails on the weekends periodically just to make sure we don't have a driver out there that needs something right away.
See, that's that family culture, that family atmosphere that we have at Stevens Transport that our drivers are very lucky to have, that lifeline, that support system while they're out there on the road. Now let's talk about how we can appreciate them. So I know you're incredibly busy preparing for Driver Appreciation Week right now. What type of events and activities and prizes and games and stuff do we have planned for our drivers coming up in the week of September 14th?
Well, of course, we have all kinds of games, prizes, all of our teams, and support teams come in and give prizes for us to give away to the drivers. I'm mainly in charge of food, so we'll have lunch every day, depending on what day it is, whether we'll have sandwiches, pizza, fried chicken, on the border.
It's awesome. Every year, I'm lucky to be out there, too, by the driver's lounge, and I get to enjoy it as well. So thank you from Trucker Tim, too. So you do a great job with the lunches.
Oh, yeah, we all work together as a team. Jamie Peterson does the games. She does a wonderful job there. Of course, Rachel does all the prizes.
Mm-hmm.
She gets prizes every day. She gives away prizes. And so we have made a really special week for drivers on the yard and off the yard, which is important.
For those drivers that can't make it back to the yard, I mean, there are plenty of ways to show them our appreciation as well.
Absolutely. We have hundreds of gift cards that we give away that week.
Yeah, gift cards, and when they're stopping at to drop off their loads, a lot of the clients have wonderful gifts and cookouts for them as well too. So
absolutely,
it's just a joy to be a part of. And Lorie Jensen, who really goes above and beyond every year, and I know that I can say that with credence because I've watched her do it. And you are a busy bee. You're always busy, but boy, that week I see you buzzing around doing so many different things, including helping me get set up too sometimes. Are we doing karaoke this year? That's what I want to know. We had a karaoke machine out there last year. Is that sticking around?
Yep. It's coming back out, and we'll be doing some karaoke.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you on this note. I've asked a lot of people that participate in our Stevens Employee Spotlight, if you had to sing karaoke in front of everybody at Stevens, Lorie, what are you singing?
Well, first of all, I'd feel sorry for everybody at Stevens. That's the first thing I'd say. And I don't have any idea what I'd sing.
Really?
It would depend on the minute.
Okay, if you're in your car, windows are rolled up, no one can hear you, and you're just free on the highway, what are you singing? Top voice. Your favorite song to sing?
Life in the Fast Lane.
Life in the Fast Lane. We got to get that lasered up and ready for you. Lorie Jensen, thank you so much for being with us. Always a pleasure to see you.
Great to see you, Tim. Have a great day.
You too, Lorie. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Okay, let's shift gears to our weekly safety reminder from the desk of Safety Supervisor Terrence Burgess. Terrence wants to remind you that cargo theft in the U.S. is on the rise, with incidents reaching record levels and losses exceeding hundreds of millions of dollars. Now, this trend is driven by organized crime rings and opportunistic thieves targeting valuable commodities like food, electronics, and household goods. Those theft incidents have increased significantly in recent years, with a 27% rise in reported cases last year, 2024. Now, in 2024, total reported losses topped nearly $455 million. Numerous experts have estimated that the losses are actually close to $1 billion or more every year. This is why we have restricted some truck stops in the Northeast. These restricted truck stops are listed in the Vector. Also, when you pull this up in Vector, there are alternatives to these truck stops. The most stolen cargo items are electronics like laptops, phones, and televisions. Food and beverages, including perishable goods and high-value items like alcohol and tobacco. Household goods like appliances, furniture, tools and toys, clothing and shoes, pharmaceuticals, controlled substances, and high-demand medications are increasingly being targeted. Now, cargo theft usually happens at vulnerable points such as rest stops, parking lots, or during transit. Drivers must take proactive steps to protect their shipments. Using technology like GPS tracking and real-time alerts, fleets can monitor their trucks and assets, reducing their chances of theft. So a few things to remember. Always keep your security lock on your trailer and never discuss what you are hauling to others. Be vigilant of what is going on around you. Never leave your truck or trailer unattended for extended periods of time. And when away from your truck, make sure to lock it up and take your keys with you. Please try to park in well-lit areas and stay away from the back row of parking areas. So a friendly reminder from Terrence Burgess, our safety supervisor, on how to cut down cargo theft. On the other side of the break, we will have a driver's spotlight for you. Some audio we pulled from a video you can find on our Stevens Transport YouTube channel. And we'll catch you up to speed on everything happening in Stevens Transport with our September news bulletin right here on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Now more than ever, truck drivers are true American heroes. The men and women who literally keep America moving by delivering goods across the country. Being a professional driver is a rewarding, financially lucrative, long-term career filled with exciting adventures. A career where you'll never have to worry about job security. If you have your CDL and keep it up, it will sustain you for the long haul. You can see the country, serve your country, and provide a good life for your family. Whether you'd rather haul on a dedicated route or lane, or prefer working with one specific customer, if you want to own your business, we have a program that sets you up for success with all the tools and support you need. We've got opportunities in our intermodal rail division and have programs to help military veterans transition into trucking careers. We have second generations of drivers whose parents have driven for Stevens, who then trained their children and are now truck drivers. Some are even small fleet owners. So, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it right here at Stevens. If you're looking for a company with a 40-plus year track record that's never had a layoff and just had the largest pay increase in company history for both new and experienced drivers, Stevens Transport has you covered. We offer the finest tools and technology and provide our drivers with the best state-of-the-art equipment on the market. Our infrastructure will support you both on and off the road. As a driver for Stevens, you become part of our family. Many companies throw the word family around. We're family-owned, family-run, and family-driven. Our 40-plus years of success is built on family. At Stevens, you're not just a number. Our drivers are part of our extended family, and we recognize and honor them every chance we get. If you want to be among the top income earners among professional drivers, if you want great benefits, if you want to have every type of driving opportunity at your fingertips, if you want to be part of a company that will stand behind you and ensure your success, come join the Stevens Transport family today and become an American hero. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step toward your future career with the best trucking company in America. Become part of the Stevens Transport family today by calling our recruiting department at 1-800-333-8595 or apply online at stevenstransport.com.
Ever wondered what it's like to drive across the country and get paid to see America's breathtaking landscapes? Welcome to life as a team driver with Stevens Transport. The life of a trucker can sometimes feel solitary, but with team driving, you're never alone. Let's dive into how teaming up with another driver can transform your trucking career. So what exactly is team driving? Simply put, it's when two drivers share the responsibilities of operating the same truck. This allows for continuous travel and efficient delivery. Federal regulations require solo drivers to be off duty for at least 10 consecutive hours after 11 hours of driving. Team driving, however, maximizes productivity by alternating driving shifts, cutting down on overall trip times. By working in shifts, team drivers can cover over 5,500 miles a week. That's more than double what solo drivers can achieve, leading to more priority loads and higher earnings. Efficiency is key. With 2 drivers, tasks like loading and unloading become quicker and easier. Plus, you'll earn more per mile. One of the greatest perks? You get to choose your driving partner, whether it's a close friend or a new acquaintance. Having a partner on the road makes those long hauls more enjoyable. And what about rest? Team drivers sleep in comfy bunk beds while the truck is moving, allowing for nearly non-stop travel without sacrificing sleep. Safety is another major advantage. With 2 drivers, there's an added layer of oversight to ensure committed safety. So, if you're ready to take your trucking career to the next level, consider team driving with Stevens Transport. It's the perfect blend of companionship, efficiency, and increased earnings. Explore the benefits of team driving and start your adventure today with Stevens Transport. Apply now and join a team that drives you to success. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. If you wouldn't mind, when you hit your next stop, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from. We are everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible. If it's a platform with a podcast on it, we are there. And by following the podcast, you'll have a brand new episode waiting for you each and every week as soon as it's released. And if you wouldn't mind, please leave us a review. Tell us what you like about the show and what you'd like changed. We are producing this podcast for you to keep you educated, informed, and hopefully a little entertained as well. Time now for our driver spotlight. We're going to pull some audio off a video that you can find on our Stevens Transport YouTube channel. We'll have a link in the episode notes for you. We are celebrating this dedicated Stevens Transport driver on his most recent lease completion. This driver shares his 15-year journey with Stevens Transport, why he became a contract driver, and his passion for training new drivers and what keeps him motivated while on the road. This is the story of driver Anthony Tony Green.
Hello, my name's Anthony Green, aka Tony. I was born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. I now live in Orlando. I've been with Stevens Transport since 2010, contract division since 2011, and I love it. I had my CDLs because I had a chauffeur's license before they came up with CDLs, so I was grandfathered in, and my job closed. And so I said, well, my cousin used to work here. And I said, man, I love those trucks. I said, I'm gonna work there if I ever drive over the road. And so that inspired me to come to Stevens. And when I came, I loved it. Because I completed my lease, I'm this close to getting my 1,000,000 miles, and I'm going on vacation, and I earned this vacation, and I just want to go ride my bike. Because the money is more, and you got more freedom, and you're basically teaching yourself how to run a trucking business. And if you control the biggest expense, which is fuel, you control your destiny, and you control your money, and it's up to you to be successful. I wanted to give back what I had learned, and my truck was actually a classroom. I didn't allow the phone, because if I asked you a question and you're in the passenger seat and you're looking at your phone, you don't understand. If I ask you what did that sign say, you can't tell me because you're not focused in my classroom. And you can't train for money. You have to train to teach and give back to the industry and put better drivers out here, because we're going away soon. So we want the industry to stay strong with smart and intelligent drivers. I'm not existing in life, I'm actually living. I've created money and things that I've always wanted. I've never thought that I'd be able to see the things that I've saw. I never thought once that I would be able to buy a brand new motorcycle, and I bought 2. I never thought I'd own any really nice cars, and I have 2. because of Stevens. The people. Stevens teach you and give you all the tools you need to be successful in this industry. And I'm just grateful to know that I was able to come aboard this company and be able to do what I do here. And if you do your job and do what you're supposed to do, they'll take care of it. I just wanted to be happy and successful in life, and the trucking industry enabled me to do it. And if my mom and them could see me now, they would be very proud. And they shine down on me. I lost my daughter at age 13, so she rides on my right shoulder, my mom rides on my left shoulder, so I have two angels that covers me each and every day.
Thank you, Anthony, for sharing that story with us. We'll have a link in the episode notes to that video on the Stevens Transport YouTube channel. We will also have a link to this video. Here is our September Stevens Transport News Bulletin.
Welcome to Stevens Transport News Bulletin. We bring you the latest updates in the transportation industry. Stevens Transport is proud to once again be recognized with the General Mills On Time and Full Temperature Carrier of the Year award, marking our third consecutive win. This honor reflects our continued commitment to delivering temperature-sensitive freight with precision and top-tier service. Presented to carriers who consistently meet and exceed General Mills' strict OTIF standards, this award highlights our team's dedication to reliability and excellence in temperature-controlled logistics. Earning this recognition 3 years in a row is a testament to the hard work of our professional drivers, operations team, and leadership, all focused on delivering exceptional service with every load. Moving on. In a continued commitment to support and uplift military veterans, Kenworth, Fastport, and the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's Hiring Our Heroes program have once again partnered for the 10th annual Transition Trucking, Driving for Excellence Award. This initiative is dedicated to transforming how the trucking industry honors veterans and impacts their post-service careers. Stevens Transport is proud to announce the nomination of U.S. Army veteran Mark Scriven for the 2025 Transition Trucking Award. This distinguished recognition honors veterans who have excelled in their military service and are now making outstanding strides in their trucking careers. The award celebrates those who exemplify excellence, determination, and commitment, from semi-finalist to the ultimate winner. Mark Scriven is a powerful example of what's possible when military values carry over into life on the road. In other news, Stevens Transport is gearing up for a week-long celebration honoring our dedicated drivers during National Truck Driver Appreciation Week, from September 14th to 20th. All week long, we'll be highlighting our incredible drivers at our Dallas, Texas headquarters. We're thrilled to welcome hundreds of drivers and hand out thousands of dollars in prizes to show our appreciation for their hard work. Festivities will include a special edition of the Stevens Transport Roadside radio podcast featuring stories from our drivers with Trucker Tim. Plus, there will be fun games, catered lunches, raffles, and more all week long. One of the week's biggest events is the annual Stevens Transport Chili Cook-Off, where departments compete for Best Overall Chili and Best Team Name. Our drivers will be the judges, and the winners get a full year of bragging rights. Don't miss the big reveal on Friday, September 19th. We're proud to celebrate the outstanding drivers who keep America moving forward. Stay informed and inspired by the stories that shape our industry. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Stevens Transport News Bulletin. Have a great day.
All right, pump the brakes on episode 158 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. If you found this podcast because you're searching for a brand new career, please make sure you visit the episode notes. We will have phone numbers and every link possible for you to learn more about Stevens Transport and even schedule a call with one of our recruiters. All the information is in the episode notes. And like we said earlier, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever platform you're enjoying it from and share it with one of your fellow drivers. We sure would appreciate it. And finally, my name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, Be safe out there. And thanks for listening to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.